Hi, this is Mark and Steve Gray from iloveweightloss.co.uk, the place to be if you want to lose weight and increase your muscle tone. So today we're answering another question posed by, this time it was Philip, and he basically asks, how do you regain your motivation after a holiday? So, let me set the scene. You've been exercising really well, you've lost weight and you're feeling great, ready for your holiday. You've got that goal of the holiday, getting in your bikini or your swimsuit or your little budgie smugglers. David Sexton, your little budgies, and you've got that goal, so you've been working very hard towards that. So you go on holiday, the first couple of days you feel great because you're still feeling the effects of all your good food and healthy eating and exercise. Obviously you start loosening off, you're eating foods you perhaps wouldn't eat in real life, and I say real life as in everyday work day, real life. You start feeling a little bit bloated, you're having lots of hello chocolat, bread, all the nice things, but all the things that probably have got you to putting on weight in the first place. Gradually you'll end up feeling more lethargic and probably less motivated to exercise. Certainly the more weight you carry or the less energized you are, the less likely you are to exercise. So you start heading towards the end of your holiday, and then you're coming back, you're on the flight, you get straight back, and you obviously have work generally the next day because not everybody has holidays for life, so you get straight back into work, and your exercise is the last thing on your mind because you feel like crap, you are eating like crap, and therefore you're getting back into perhaps your old ways that you wanted to kick in the first place. So how do we get out of that?
So I actually wanted to mention something here, seeing as we're talking about holidays. I've been talking to quite a few people, and I've had in the past where people have gone away for 2 weeks and found they've eaten, like Mark says, all the foods that actually got them to put on weight in the first place that they wouldn't eat now in everyday life, but they eat loads of bread, loads of sugar and things like that, drink a lot of alcohol, and then they expect not to put on much weight because they see. I think people have the misconception that as soon as you've lost weight, your body should stay at that weight no matter what you do to it. And actually what happens, it takes 2 years for your body to be at a new weight. So if you've lost, for example, 2 stone, it'll take 2 years of being 2 stone lighter before your body recognises that as its normal.
Your set point.
Your set point, it's called. So until that point, your body is very quick to try and get back to how it sees as normal, which actually was you were 2 stone heavier. So if you go away on a holiday, be aware that we're not saying don't eat and enjoy yourself,
it's a holiday,
but don't expect to be able to go to the all-inclusive buffet 4 times a day, drink 2 bottles of wine every night, and not to put on weight. That's the one thing.
As long as you acknowledge that you will if you carry on those habits. But it's not to say you shouldn't do. No. The point is, this is how you get past that, getting your motivation back for when you're back from holiday. Basically, before you go, you should have what is a healthy breakfast. That's protein and a healthy fat. I want you to store that in either your freezer. If you're having salmon, you can store it in the freezer. If you're having sausage, store it in the freezer. If you're having chicken breast even for breakfast, store it in the freezer. But you have a healthy breakfast set for you for when you come back. You fly back. Most people, even if you come midday, you can take the food out for the next morning. You can still eat crap for the rest of the day. And I am swearing because I am talking
like an American,
and you can still eat the same stuff you were for the rest of the day, but it's the next morning. It's that first breakfast I want you to focus on. And you start with a good protein and fat breakfast, and if you keep that going for the next few days, you will, in fact, get back into your healthy ways because you'll feel better, you'll feel more motivated. Both of those things increase your brain function, which is actually one of the key things for motivation anyway.
And actually one of the important things to do as well is to make sure you booked into exercise as soon after you come back as possible. So even though you're going to be tired, even though you've got washing and things like that to do, still book in for that exercise and do the exercise. And then you'll find that you manage to get back into the swing of things, get back into the habit of things. Because all it is you'll be out of the habit, and all you need to do is get back into that habit.
So combine that breakfast with an early booking of a session, or if you're in a gym yourself, that you've booked it into your personal diary, and you will be well on the way to getting motivated again, because you simply just need the good food in your body and also the endorphins released when you exercise to get straight back into it.
Oh, and one quick thing you could do as well to make sure, like Mark says, having the right food in the house if you do a Tesco shop or wherever you shop, whatever supermarket, and set it to come maybe the day after you return or the day you return, then you're always going to have food in the house, because half the battle is actually having the right food in the house. So, hope you enjoyed that. This is Stephen and Mark from iloveweightloss.co.uk.